Couloirs are one of my all-time favorite things and really what got me into backcountry skiing. It really is more challenging than a big wide open slope. You have to have a lot of tricks in your bag. They tend to be a lot steeper. You have to make turns on demand. So to me, they're kind of a much higher, more complicated, funner game. Booting up couloirs is the way to go if you can do it. Letting somebody else boot ahead of you is the most important part. More often than not, the couloir has avalanche, and right in the center will be more hard pack. So most of the time, I'd say I boot straight up the center. I find whippets work really well for going up couloirs. It kind of gives you four-wheel drives. I like to shorten my poles down as much as possible so I can get on top of them. It really helps you push up instead of being way up high and pulling you over backwards. So whippets, dig in, go up. What I'll do a lot of times is cut out what I'm called launch pads. You just break out your shovel, get to the top, then I cut out a two-tiered launch pad. One is for your skis, so you have a nice flat spot to put your skis on because you don't want to blow your very first turn. And then while I'm at it, I'll cut another shelf right above for all of my gear because you'll feel like a real tool bag if you get to the top and all of a sudden you drop your skins or something all the way back down. What I like about couloir skiing from an avalanche standpoint is that they have a very limited area. So if you can cut the top of the slope and get it to flush, a lot of times that will just clean out the entire couloirs. So ideally you want to climb up a couloir before you ski down it, and that gives you a good feel for what the snowpack's going to be like. But if you can't do that and you're going to go in it from above, it helps to have a cheap piece of insurance, which is a small rope. So if you don't have a harness with you and you still want to stomp a cornice, what I like to do is find a tree, wrap the rope around the tree, double it up. Then what I like to do is form a Munter Hitch, which was covered in our rope section. Instead of using a carabiner to clip through it, I just slip my hand in. So now I've got a really nice, tight, controllable thing. I can feed it out, I can bring it back in. But that allows me to get up close to a cornice like this, stomp the cornice while I'm still holding on and still self-belaying. Very quick. Made it into the couloir and do a really aggressive ski cut. Feels good. Okay, another really unique part about couloir skiing is that you can have three different aspects in a very tight area. And those little micro sides are going to have different avalanche characteristics to them. If you're skiing down, if you go way up on the side, suddenly you may be getting up onto a slope that's had a lot more sun or maybe a lot less sun, and those little micro areas can be a whole different avalanche scenario. A really nice feature of couloirs to look for is hiding spots. If anything fractures or starts falling down, I'm really well hidden. I'm going to watch my partner ski down, and he's going to go right by me, and then when he or she gets down around the corner, they're going to stop, and in turn I'm going to ski by them. You're never more than 200 or 300 feet apart from each other, and it kind of keeps the ball rolling. You're just moving down the couloir, leapfrogging. It just reduces the exposure, only one person in the couloir at a time, and everybody's safe. So a really important lesson about couloirs, which I learned the hard way, is to be careful of the transition between the steep couloir and the lower apron. What happens is the avalanche prime angle is 38 degrees. So if you ski a steep couloir that's, say, 45, 50 degrees, you're thinking, oh, I just made it through the crux, it's all safe, everything's good. But the real dangerous spot is often just as you get to an apron. That's the most avalanche prone spot.